Good morning, everyone. Did it? I hope everyone's having a good morning. I'm Steven.
I'm Ty.
This is Sports Universal. This morning, we're going to go over the first round picks. We're going to see how they'll fit and if they'll do good, bad, bust material, or if they're going to excel.
Yeah.
So, first of all, we got Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield, I do not think is going to start right away. It's predicted that he's going to be starting the third string quarterback. Hugh Jackson wants to keep him, as he says, in the oven. Keep him under two quarterbacks. Let him develop a little bit to be the best quarterback he can be. All right, Ty.
I think the only issue that with Baker Mayfield at the moment is just his maturity. As long as he matures, he'll be a fine quarterback. But we've seen previous examples of like Johnny Manziel when the ego gets to your head and then things go downhill really fast. Once he gets matures, he'll be absolutely fine.
He'll be a good quarterback. He just needs to. If he doesn't mature, I just don't feel much for him. If he can mature, then I feel he could be a good quarterback. And then we got number 2, Barkley. I think Barkley's going to start right away, personally. I think the Giants not having a lot of depth at the running back position. And behind Eli Manning, that'll give Eli Manning that'll give him a good boost and relieve some pressure off of the 37, 38-year-old quarterback, Eli Manning, and that'll really do a lot for the team.
He's going to fit really well. He's going to be a versatile running back, as in he's going to be catching a lot of passes and hopefully trying to get an open field. Only problem is if defensive can get a hold of that, knowing that Saquon's going to be catching a whole lot more than he's going to be a power runner, they could maybe limit that, but we'll see because this is the NFL after all.
Agreed. I mean, he's not necessarily a power back, so if they get their hand. I mean, he might be able to break 1 or 2 tackles, but if he's getting wrapped up real well, he's probably not going to get out. Next on the list is going to be Sam Darnold. I think Sam Darnold is going to be like Baker Mayfield. He is going to be a backup under Teddy Bridgewater and Josh McCown. I don't think he's going to start. I think Todd Bowles is going to keep him, as Hugh Jackson says, in the oven, keep him warm and protected, until he's ready to shine, And he's a good player overall. Sam Darnold, in my opinion, is the best quarterback in the draft, was in the draft. So, I feel like he is going to be very good when he gets a chance to start. I feel like he just needs to develop under some quarterbacks, some vets in the NFL before he
needs to get his feet wet and maybe develop for a year, maybe 2 at most, before he takes over for the Jets and then
Right. Well, the thing is, those 2 quarterbacks only have year contracts, both of them. That's probably Todd Bowles probably knew what he was doing whenever he signed those 2 quarterbacks or signed them to a 1-year deal. So with that, he's probably going to do that. I feel like he signed Josh McCown to a 1-year deal because Teddy Bridgewater not being able to be healthy. I feel like he just doesn't want Sam Darnold or whoever his quarterback before the draft started. I just don't feel like he's ready to. He thinks Sam Darnold's ready to start.
Yeah.
So, and I agree. Keep him in the oven, keep him protected and warm.
With the 4th overall pick by the Cleveland Browns, we have Denzel Ward, the cornerback. I say this was the smart pick, and I say he's going to be the instant starter, if not a very close second string for the Cleveland Browns, because ever since Joe Hayden left, there has been no real true secondary corner that can do the job. So I think he'll be an instant starter, and I think he should go absolutely fine in Cleveland.
Yeah, he'll be an instant starter. I feel like they need, that secondary presence. And like you were saying, since Joe Hayden's been gone, they haven't really had that. So I feel like they are going to have that instant starter in Denzel Ward. So I agree with you. He's a very good player. He's very talented. He has every prospect has something to work on. He's a good player, though. And 5th overall, the Broncos picked Bradley Chubb. Very, very good end. That, is the best end in the draft, and that guy is going to destroy. He's going to be a starter instantly.
He's going to be a starter instantly, and it's going to make the line very scary, but I still think that they should have picked a corner overall since Aqib Talib is gone. But hey, Bradley Chubb's going to do absolutely fine in Denver.
Agreed. And then 6th overall, the Colts, and they picked offensive guard Quentin Nelson out of Notre Dame. Instant starter. Colts don't really have any notably good guards on their team. Quentin Nelson is the future offense for that team.
Oh, yeah. He's going to be an anchor on that offensive line for years to come.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's so strong, powerful, and he doesn't really get bull rushed easy, so he's gonna be scary. Seeing as not being able to get bull rushed, he's gonna put people in their place
Oh yeah, he's gonna do
easily.
his job.
Oh yeah, and then seventh overall pick, the Buffalo Bills pick Josh Allen, QB out of Wyoming. Uh, Seeing as AJ McCarron is the only real, and Nate Peterman, I don't even put Nate Peterman in the question at all. AJ McCarron is the only really other quarterback on that roster,
Yeah.
and I just feel like they moved up to get a quarterback who's going to start right away. I don't feel like they would have moved up, and with their 12th pick if they felt comfortable with AJ McCarron because they could have stayed there, got Lamar Jackson, but they obviously wanted to get a bet. They want to get Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Biggest thing with him is his accuracy. I mean, that's always was his problem in college. It wasn't really that he's a bad quarterback, and you can fix that, of course.
Accuracy can be fixed, but it just takes some time to develop. And once Josh Allen becomes an accurate passer, he'll have an amazing season.
Oh man, that'll be great. And then the 8th overall pick, you got the Chicago Bears. They pick Quan Smith, linebacker out of Georgia. Okay, so with this, the on the defensive side of the ball for the Bears, linebacker was a need. I mean, they didn't have a lot of linebackers. They do have decent linebackers, and Danny Trevathan's pretty good too. But they need to get a supporting cast around the defense on the linebacker side because the linebackers are a big piece in any defense. I mean, you look in any really good defense, like any really good defense, and you have a bunch of linebackers like the Broncos a couple years back when they were a dominant defense. Seattle had a dominant defense. Like linebackers are a big thing when you have a dominant defense. It's hard to have a dominant defense without
linebackers. Is what holds your whole entire defense together because they're doing a little bit of everything on that field all at once.
Exactly. And then 9th overall, Mike McGlinchey, offensive tackle, Notre Dame. Again, most linemen, like if you're going to draft a lineman in the first round, offensive wise, they're probably going to start. If you don't plan to start an offensive lineman, then you're probably not going to draft him in the first round. I mean, so that's why I think Mike McGlinchey is going to be an instant starter. It really vamped the offensive line for the 49ers, helped their young quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo, who they don't want to get hit. They put a lot of money into him in the offseason. So to protect him is a main, priority for this team.
And I think it's a smart pick overall for them because on the left tackle spot you got Joe Staley, and he's doing the job pretty well, but he's getting up in age, and they don't know when he's going to drop off in production. Exactly. On the right side, you really have a nobody, and you could fill him in on the right tackle side, and then once he starts slipping, Joe Staley starts slipping on the left side, just move him back over to left because he originally placed left tackle.
Pretty much. I mean, and then you got 10th overall, you got Josh Rosen. So I feel different things about this pick. He's a quarterback out of UCLA. My feeling about this pick is like, with Sam Bradford is the quarterback. I just feel like Josh Rosen isn't going to start unless either Sam Bradford goes down or he just isn't productive. I feel like after this season, then he'll start. I feel like, but they're trying to lots of these teams trying to keep their young quarterbacks under somebody to see what's a vet quarterback, whether the vet's the best in the world or the worst.
But experience is experience regardless.
Exactly. You got to watch what's going on. And then 11, Minka Fitzpatrick, cornerback, Alabama. Who's notably the cornerbacks for Miami? What is it? It's what is his name? I can't think of his name.
Xavier Howard.
The corner they have.
Tony Lippett.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't really have any notably crazy good corners. So Minka Fitzpatrick's kind of a no-brainer.
He's going to be the plug-and-play kind of corner because their secondary hasn't really been anything relevant for a while. So this was a need, and this will be a hole that has been plugged.
Oh, yeah. And then the Buccaneers, Vita Vea, defensive tackle out of Washington. That is the best defensive lineman in the draft, in my opinion. This dude is going to start instantly, and he's playing beside Gerald McCoy. So if you are a rival of the Bucs, that defensive line is scary. It's going to be very scary. It's a mean defensive line. But Vita Vea himself, He's a big dude, and he takes up everybody. He can push anyone out of his way. If he wants to get to the quarterback or the running back, he's going to get to the quarterback or the running back. And then you got Gerald McCoy, one of the best defensive tackle nose guards, also right by your side. You don't like it's not like you're getting all the pressure. So that helps you out in the long run. Vita Vea and Gerald McCoy together.
It's going to be a very interesting year in the NFL for defensive line.
Oh, it is. There's a lot of good defensive linemen drafted.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of that, you got 13, Deron Payne, defensive tackle, Alabama. This guy is, okay, in my opinion, this dude would have gone a little earlier than Vita Vea if his explosiveness was consistent.
Yes.
The problem with Deron Payne is you watch him play or whatever, and the biggest thing is a defensive lineman is exploding as soon as the ball snaps, or you're going to get pushed out of play. And if you get pushed out of play, it's not into use. You're not into use. Yeah. So that's the thing is if he was more explosive right off the snap, like consistently, then he would have beat Vita Vea and he would have gone above Vita Vea.
Physically, Deron Payne is more intimidating, more imposing.
He really is.
Vita Vea, but it's just his explosiveness. He's not always consistent, so you don't know if he's always going to get through or actually do some damage.
Exactly. And remember, that's a big thing for defensive linemen. So not being explosive, it's a bad thing sometimes. And then you got 14. This was a trade up for the traded with the Packers, I think. The Saints drafting Marcus Davenport, defensive end out of UTSA. Marcus Davenport is an end that you want. Like, he's a once-in-a-lifetime kind of player. And the Saints trading up to get him to help their defense, especially losing Cameron Jordan. This guy will come off the line. He will beat about any tackle off the snap. He's fast, he's quick, and he's mean. He's going to get 6 sacks in his first season. That's my prediction.
Yeah, because if you look on the Saints, their defense is starting to get in order. So they just need an end to help solidify that defensive edge because the loss of Cameron Jordan, the best edge rusher in the Saints at this moment. Marcus Davenport is a good solution to help replace him.
I mean, he is, honestly. Okay, then you got 14, Colton Miller, offensive tackle, UCLA. So, the Saints, the Raiders, my bad, I'm still in the Saints, but the Raiders, they need offensive line. They got to help protect their franchise, Derek Carr.
Yes.
My bad. Thinking of his father for a second. But no, Derek Carr, they need a solution to protect him. And drafting an offensive line in the first round is a smart idea. See, what lots of people don't understand is it's not the most shiny position or whatever, but example, like the Cowboys, drafted first round, now they got 3 Pro Bowlers on their offensive line. So, I mean, the fact that they did this is probably it's a good idea overall. It's not a bad thing. Yeah. People think it's such a bad idea. Draft offensive line, and it's not.
And I think it was a very smart pick on the Raiders' part, and I know why they did. But I still think they needed to get some serious help on their secondary because their secondary has been the worst in the NFL for a while. But a offensive lineman in Connor Williams was not a bad pick at all.
No, I agree with you. I really do think that. I don't know why. I was surprised, to be honest with you. But I guess the second need was offensive line, so I guess they did that. But I agree with you. And then the Bills picked Tremaine Edmonds, linebacker, Virginia Tech. Again, the Bills have a lot of holes, and they filled one solution with Josh Allen at quarterback. So now they got a linebacker, which they don't have. Their defense is not that great. So therefore, them getting a linebacker did them a big thing, a big deal. And this guy, Tremaine Edmonds, is a very good player. He will get to the ball. He'll pursue it till he gets to it.
He's going to be more of your modern-day linebacker who's going to be running all the way around the field, who's going to be covering. So he's the solution to a pass-heavy NFL.
Yes, exactly. So that's the best thing about it. Then you get the Chargers at 17. You got Derwin James, safety from Florida. So the Chargers, ever since they lost Eric Weddle, have had really a big. They've had that last person on the secondary, last person to stop that. The last option right there. They needed to fill that, and they need to do something because it's hard to replace a guy like Eric Weddle because Eric Weddle is Eric Weddle.
Oh yeah, he's the
best.
stellar player and potential for a Hall of Famer in his future, and he's still doing amazing with the Ravens even at his age, which is a rarity for most players at a skill position.
Agreed. And then you got number 18 overall, Jerry Alexander, quarterback from Louisville. The Packers, trading away their top corner to the Browns.
Mm-hmm. Because you lost Demarius Randall, you needed a cornerback.
Exactly. So that was a big solution. I think they're more in a panic mode. Trading away their first pick, and then missing out on Marcus Davenport. So now I feel like they were kind of in a panic to get someone. I mean, honestly. And then I'm going to rough this. I'm going to say this at the best of my ability. Lincoln Vander Ish, the 19th overall pick, linebacker, Boise State. The Cowboys drafted him. This guy is like a covering linebacker. Plays from sideline to sideline. He's fast. The biggest problem with him is over pursuing.
Yes.
He over pursues a lot, but the dude is very fast. He's a very good covering linebacker, and he will go and he'll pursue you, but lots of times
do too well sometimes.
Yeah, he overshoots it on accident.
The perfect way I would describe him as a mind of a cornerback and with the body of a linebacker. That's how he plays.
I mean, it is. I mean, he's good. He's fast. The Lions, 20, Frank Ornell, center out of Arkansas. So the the Lions, the thing is they haven't had a really good, and this is going to go back to running back.
Yes.
Without a good line, it's hard to have a good running game. And without a running game, it puts all the pressure on a quarterback. And with that quarterback they have in what's his name? Matthew Stafford. How did I not know that? I should know that. But that's a lot of pressure, and they put a lot of money into him.
Oh, yeah. He's the franchise quarterback for the Lions, and you want your franchise quarterback to do well.
Exactly. So now you got to build that line. You got to solidify it and protect him. Give your running back a chance to run. Open some holes for the team. And drafting a center, which is probably the main part. My opinion is one of the main parts of if not the main part, the anchor of the offense. So that's what you need. He's going to start.
He's going to do good, and he should have a productive season.
Oh, easily. And then the Bengals, Billy Price, center out of Ohio State. Again, the Bengals need a lot of. They got a lot of holes. They have a lot.
And they decided this year to focus on their offensive line first round, which is not a bad pick at all.
Not even close to it.
They're needing it for the help the passing game and running game as well.
But, I mean, they need to protect Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton, whether you like him or you hate him or whatever, he is their quarterback, and he's probably going to be around for the next 4 or 5 years because the Bengals believe in him, and, Marvin Lewis believes in him. So you have to protect him, and you have to give him a chance to get open up. And, the pocket needs to be clear for him not to have all that pressure on him. So a center, in my opinion, was the best thing the Bengals could have done, the anchor of the offense. Again, that's the best thing they could have done for their whole team. That's a big hole they needed, and they got it.
Yeah.
Then you got Rashawn Evans, linebacker out of Alabama, 22nd overall pick, the Titans. Again, the defense, linebackers is a big thing. For the Titans, drafting a linebacker fills a big need for them.
Oh, yeah.
So that'll really help.
Because
this
the
team.
linebacking core of the Titans is getting up there in age, and while they have been producing recently, you do drop off eventually, and this is just the heir to the linebackers core and the Tennessee Titans.
Pretty much, and then, it'll really help them for the next upcoming season. Then you got offensive tackle Isaiah Wynn with the 23rd overall pick, the New England Patriots. Isaiah Wynn, they need a tackle. They got to protect Tom Brady's blind side, leaves and Nate Solinger. So now with this pick that they're having it's a good pick. They needed offensive tackle more than anything because if he keeps getting hit, he's old as it is, Tom Brady. So taking a lot of damage is going to kick him in the butt. So that's a good pick overall. Mm-hmm. And then the Carolina Panthers, a 24th overall pick, DJ Moore, wide receiver out of Maryland. I mean, it's really hard to name their top receiver because
they really don't have one per se. And DJ Moore is going to kind of take over a more of a slot receiver type role, but he's going to be very explosive run after the catch, like Ted Ginn Jr. was for the Panthers. Once you hand
Exactly.
him the ball, he gets dangerous after, but it's just the initial catching of said ball. My thing is he's not going to be really of a deep threat receiver, a vertical threat. He's not going to be catching those jump balls. So if the Panthers try to use him like that, he's going to have a very rough and difficult career. But if they put him at maybe second, third string receiver, he's going to have an amazing career.
Exactly. He's a slot guy that's, if you put him where he doesn't belong, it's going to kick him in the butt, ruin his career, and you don't want that. Uh, Also, some developing news with some picks. Antonio Gates, Pro Bowl tight end for the Los Angeles Chargers, not expected to sign back with the Chargers. Jason Witten, the tight end for the Cowboys, is expecting. He's contemplating retirement. Uh, Also, the Dallas Cowboys traded a sixth overall pick for Tavon Austin and traded away their second-year receiver Ryan Switzer to the Raiders for a defensive tackle.
For Jihad Ward, Jihad Ward, however you are pronouncing his name. Some other minor trades. The Colts traded a defensive end. I think his name is Trent Henderson to the Colts for a seventh round pick. They did trade him, in fact, for a pick. Just some minor trades that are going on around the NFL currently.
Yes. Just want to let you guys know. All right. So then you got 25th, the Baltimore Ravens, Hayden Hurst, tight end, South Carolina.
Hayden Hurst is going to do a wonderful job in the NFL just simply because the NFL is turning into a more pass-heavy league, and when you have a tight end whose skill set is for a pass catcher, he's going to catch the ball and he's going to do damage after the catch.
Wasn't Hayden Hurst a guy with 1,000 yards? Well, this guy had over 1,000 yards and it was 1,200 something yards and 5 touchdowns. This guy played a big role in South Carolina last year. You got to look up his stats. The dude is really good.
Crazy.
He's crazy good. I mean, you don't think he's going to be a good tight end. He's not going to get as big of a role as he wants because, I mean, that's not how it is. Receivers are going to get the big role. Hello, Sarah. So, 26 overall, you have Calvin Ridley, wide receiver, Alabama. Calvin Ridley, in my opinion, was the best receiver in the draft. And the Falcons losing their slot receiver, Calvin Ridley, is going to go play that slot third string spot to help Julio Jones and second. Oh gosh,
was it Tyler Gabriel?
Yeah, and Gabe. Yeah, so
An interesting development on Julio Jones is recently he has not been showing up to the off-season workouts, and on his Instagram page he did delete all pictures relating to the Atlanta Falcons. So the team is currently worried about his future with the Atlanta Falcons because of contract disputes. So we will see eventually how this plays out.
exactly. And then you got 27th. This pick, I think I disagree with, other than the Baker Mayfield pick more than anything. Rashad Penny, running back, San Diego State. See, I thought, in my opinion, with how the line was in Seattle, I thought Darius Geis was the best running back. Teasy power back.
Because you have a line that is best, the worst in the NFL, and at worst, nothing at all. You have Darius Geis who can go with that, and he's used to not being a power back. He's used to fighting bodies along the way, so he could work with a bad offensive line. But you have someone with like Rashad Penny, who's an explosive back, who's going to be his specialty is getting on the outside and run after catch. He can't take contact, and that's going to be the problem because they know that he's not going to be running up the middle. They know he's going to be running to the side. So you have a good linebacker or a good end that's worth their salt. It's just going to stop him every time.
Exactly. That's why I think Darius Geis was going to be the best pick for the team overall. But the Redskins got him, so good for him. They got to steal with Darius Geis. 28, Terrell Edmonds, safety, Virginia Tech. Since Troy Polamalu retired, the Steelers haven't had their true safety.
Because after Troy Polamalu, they tried out Mike Mitchell, and they gave this man a long time.
They did.
But over his career, he has not been productive. and age is catching up to him, so he's not going to get exactly better. So bring in some young blood just to hopefully make the safety position something good again.
Exactly. Then you got 29, the Jaguars, Taven Bryan, defensive tackle out of Florida.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, personally, I don't agree with this pick with them having Malik Jackson and Calais Campbell on the defensive line. I don't like it. I mean, I think they should have gone somewhere else with the pick, but I guess they have reasoning youth.
Yeah,
Defensive tackle, I kind of see it sort of.
I think they were trying to capitalize like last year, how their defense was the crazy thing that everyone was scared of, and their offense was getting the job done, but everyone could agree that Jacksonville's defense was the scariest thing, and I think they were trying to build off that even more with the defensive tackle Taven Bryan, so my bad. Again, I would have liked to seen some help on the receiver side, but not the worst thing ever.
No. Okay, then you get the Vikings, Mike Hughes, cornerback out of Central Florida. So, so I agree that they need a corner because, listen, as much.
Basically, it's Xavier Rhodes, and that's about it for the Vikings.
Well, as much as the head coach of I think what's his name, Mike. Is it Mike Zimmer?
Yes, Mike Zimmer.
He loves Terrence Newman. He loves him. Yeah. He loves that guy. I was reading things about it, and he said he's the biggest fan of Terrence Newman. Terrence Newman's almost 40.
Yes, and for a cornerback, that's unheard of.
That's crazy. And he's still playing, not great, but not bad. So the thing is this was a good pick because as much as Mike Zimmer loves Terrence Newman,
he's going to be gone eventually.
He's going to be gone in another year or so. Yeah. So he ain't going to be around much longer. So youth and a cornerback is very good. Because playing at the level Terrence Newman's playing right now, I mean, he's playing at a high level for what he's doing. And then running back, Sony Mitchell, Georgia, the Patriots' 31st overall pick. Agreed. I like the pick. I think they needed a running back to help Tom Brady because they got the tackle. So that relieves pressure already off of Brady. So then, excuse me, guys. Hello? I think the earliest I come in is like 1:30 or 2. Okay, yes, sir. Thank you. Sorry about you guys.
Was working. Work kind of takes seniority over that.
Yeah, I do apologize, you guys. But no, Mike Hughes is the future cornerback secondary for that team. You can't really argue that corner is a big position on the defense.
And we were on Patriots.
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm just saying that.
Yeah.
No, but the running backs, the Tom Brady hasn't had since LeGarrette Blount left, and then who was the other running back that left? His starting running back last year.
Deion Lewis.
Deion Lewis. Since he left too, they didn't have a running back. So Sony Mitchell, who's a good running back, was a smart pick for the team. Then they also got the offensive lineman. Mm-hmm. So boom,
the offense is going to be more stable. That's how it's going to work out.
Exactly. Okay, so a pick I really like. I like this pick in the last, and it's not because I'm not a Ravens fan. That's not why I did this. But I think 32nd overall, Lamar Jackson, QB, Louisville. I got excited because he's so underrated. He's been doubted for his skill set in the NFL as a quarterback. That's why we got so excited about it. So listen, the thing is I think the Patriots were going to draft him. I thought that's exact, and they messed up. That when Lamar Jackson is the future of this league. Joe Flacco, when he leaves in a couple of years or his contract's up, then I think the Falcons or the Ravens are going to stick with Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson is crazy good. Whether you agree how he played in college or whatever, because it doesn't matter. The thing is Lamar Jackson he's a dual quarterback. He can run, he can throw.
He has the highest potential, I say personally, out of any other quarterback in this draft. That's including Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield,
I agree.
And all that. The reason being is because he can do so much, and with his youth, he can pass the ball, he can run the ball. statistically speaking, if you compare the second overall pick, Saquon Barkley, some argue the best running back in the whole entire NFL, and Lamar Jackson, the quarterback, 32nd overall, you would think, oh yeah, Saquon's going to have more rushing yards and all of that. Lamar Jackson actually has more rushing yards in his whole entire college career than Saquon
Exactly.
Barkley.
I mean, listen, you can say, like, with Lamar Jackson, most people are not going to like him because he likes to scramble. He's literally a Michael Vick type.
Yeah.
Like, he's like Michael Vick. And Michael Vick was a great quarterback. The thing is you got to understand Michael Vick he had a different game. He played different than any other
And
quarterback.
that's what threw the NFL by storm.
Yeah, and that's what made him a special quarterback. That's why Lamar Jackson is special, because he's going to play different than any other quarterback, and he's going to succeed at doing it. You know, so that's
Okay, that was all 32 first round prospects on the NFL. We were just trying to see how they would do, how they fit in, if they do, don't, and their future. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, because we want this channel to be yours as long as ours. We're just here to talk about everything we feel about, and we like your input as well to see, because we want to see this channel grow and we want it to be yours as well.
And let us know if there is anything you would like us to do, any videos. We are going to start changing up. We're probably going to go to NBA next couple videos, with the draft being concluded. So like, subscribe, comment, and we will see you guys later. Thank you guys. This is me and Steven and Ty from Sports Universal. You guys have a wonderful day.
Peace out, y'all.
Thank you guys.